Alright, so today we have our bronze matches going forward. So Team 1, Dream Team versus Team 4, Cutesocks. We're just waiting for the match to set up and hopefully we get this underway as soon as we can. So Dream Team is in blue at the moment, we're just waiting for the... There we go, it's setting up right now. And the leaders for Dream Team is Lon, and the captain for the Cutesocks is In the Pizza. So it looks like first match might be Horizon if I'm not mistaken.
Looks like we're just waiting on them to be ready.
First match is always the longest one to set up. And once that starts, the show will really kick on.
So I'm not sure what the actual map pool or selection is at the moment, so usually it's weird to see Horizon for the first pick.
Yeah, it's not one that many teams are comfortable on, but from past experience, a lot of teams are banning... they're doing the bans right now. Cutesocks get the first. Ooh, ban on Volskaya straight away. So that leaves Horizon and Hanamura open.
A lot of people hate both of the mats because they draw out a lot.
Yeah, a lot of teams have been playing Volskaya. We've seen a lot of Volskaya this series. I wonder what we're going to see. I know for our grand final match later on this evening with Bjorn to win versus YOLO, Bjorn hate playing Hanamura, which we're going to see right now. So we haven't seen a lot of Hanamura lately, but let's hope these teams have devised some form of strategy to win over these maps.
With your Hanamura, there's a fair few basic ways to win. You know, you got your brute force, you got your slow stagger, which is hard to do now, especially with the new Mercy reworks. And then you've got the basic, just cheese, just honest cheese.
Well, I've noticed in my own games we've seen a lot of Orisa gameplay. Do you reckon we'll see it from the defense this time around? With Orisa, maybe a Torbjorn?
Well, I can definitely see a Torbjorn being played. Orisa is more niche picks, honestly. I don't really see her too much being played on this. I see her played more so on maps like Lewis on Well, you know, where she can get the easy knockoffs, or like on Nepal.
So just go, yeah, make great use of that mini graviton surge. So we're just getting that prep phase.
Alright.
Early thought shows Dream Team might bring out the pharmacy to start off with, and Chung Lee likes his Junkrat. He plays a lot of Junkrat.
Junkrat is fantastic for any of these tight chokes.
Oh, 100%. Just sits up in a spot. And... well, we have Harblu and Seagull discovered the tree strat on this map recently, so which is quite interesting to see. So Dream Team on the defense first off, and yes, we will see the pharmacy, two main tanks, and the junk. And obviously the Lucio to speed them around.
Surprisingly, at the moment, there's no hit scan on Dream Team. Dream Team's the blue team, yeah?
Dream Team's the blue team, yeah, they're coming out defensive. They've got no hit scan, that's right, they've got two projectile spam based characters.
So, unless Odin can actually do a lot of work, they've got really nothing to take down that Pharah. Pharah will be able to just reign, honestly, easily above.
Well, I think we get to see our first Pharah v Pharah in the sky. Two pharmacies at it.
Well, then you've also got the fact that you got Junkrat with his latest mind changes. He can actually take out Pharahs, but it just depends on his pure mechanical skill right there.
Well, on the attack, looks like we have the standard dive with the pharmacy. It's a very interesting setting up spot by Mr. Vinny Liu, the Reinhardt player, just sitting up on the top here, letting him able to walk right into the point. Oh, we might see the counter
And
dive.
that's why you usually do not do that often. What?
Otten focusing the Mercy right now. Yeah, just like skirmish modes at the moment.
Odin's getting right into the fray. Hazard's just getting free reign at the moment.
Cookie takes the big dive on, he's on the Lucio. Oh, the good peels from Reinhardt there. Right at the back of that point.
Odin just took out.
Yeah, Huz is down. Looks like it should be a successful defense. Yeah, Chung Lee takes out the Winston. And I think this should be the Dream Team hold. No, they want to keep committed ults to this push. And in the air. Oh, Otten and Hazza. With that instant res, that new Mercy taking into effect now. New res every 30 seconds.
A pretty long engage there.
Yeah, it was a 2-minute engagement. They set
and
up
Dream Team is just sitting on ultimates galore.
Yeah, so we should see the Riptide straight away. Get that early Riptide, killing that Mercy just to stop the push straight away. Buy some time.
Odin straight out with
the barrage, solo barrage.
Both Pharahs have been rezzed.
Yeah, so we got 30 seconds without a res. However, Flipjack has his Valkyrie ready, which means he can get another res as soon as possible. But he might hold it unless Vinny Lou goes down here. He's looking awfully low. Nice fire strike. Might see Valkyrie come out right now. Yep, there's the Valkyrie.
There's the Mercy down.
This is a tough one. Next pick, oh yeah, Otten should save it for his team right now.
Riptide just taken down straight away. Oh no, he actually detonated and got the kill.
He got the kill. So it looks like he's got the 2 Pharahs and a Lucio left on point. Oh, 2 Pharahs and a Lucios. Now it should be 8 seconds spawn coming from the defender's side. So this will be interesting to see.
Looks like Bijon might be able to.
Capitalize.
Oh, Cutesocks, sorry. Looks like they might be able to capitalize on this.
Yeah, they should be able to capitalize.
Mercy's dead. Yep. So if they play this right, they should be able to take this point right now.
Yep. Invest in sound barriers.
Hazard's going off at the moment. Getting direct hits.
Free feed looks like he's feeding some ults. Have to use the attack visor to even get a tick on this point. So going into point B, which Cutesocks has successfully captured point A, they've got no ults to lead off with, nothing to keep the movement going.
They do have Primal Rage to stall, but on Cutesocks, but there's no need for it at the moment. He can use it just to disrupt because they're all going to be seeing up the top right. And they actually switched Showman onto the hit scan to counter the Pharaoh. I believe that made the Pharaoh switch and start focusing him down, which gave his team gave Hazard a lot more room to breathe to be able to take down the support of Dream Team.
We've got a barrage and we've got a shatter here, so hopefully these two can make use of their ults right now. Looks like they're going for the far right flank. Cutesocks gone on the far right flank, just sneaking onto the point. Chung Lee with the first. Oh, big barrage, big engagement. Soldiers by himself in the corner. Oh no.
Odin just got double direct impact onto the Mercy.
And this is pushes over. Now do they stagger the Mercy, the Diva? No they do not. Something in this elo teams don't think about too often is with those stagger kills, how important it can slow or push down.
Well, even if you manage to stagger her 5 seconds, that's an extra 5 seconds they can't engage. Because without your tanks, you're not able to do a proper engage. Like, you'll just get picked off. And then if you have to use a Mercy Res to get that, that's 30 seconds you have to wait.
It looks like Cutesocks are trying again for this right side flank from the defenders. It's a very early Primal Rage from Cookie there. Attack visor from Showman as well, and the sound barrier to protect him, so it was a good sound barrier. He got all his teammates right there. Valkyrie from Cutesocks. It's a very expensive push, this one. That's all their ults. And they got no kills from any of those ults with the D-Mech of the Riptide by Mr. Chung Lee. I think this is going to be a hold, and I think it's a very poor push by Cutesocks at the moment. Just too many ults. No follow. Oh, wasting the sound barrier as well. Do they get any momentum off this? Oh, Hazard took out Otten in the sky. Got Cookie just stalking from the top and putting pressure on the Reinhardt. Drops down. Focusing that Lucio on Lon. Flipjack takes out Inner Pizza. Mercy v Mercy. One thing Dream Team have to deal with is this Showman up on this top left bridge. If he stays up there uncontested on a successful push, it's going to be very hard to retake that area. Denying Soldier or McCree high ground is pretty important.
Not only that, you see Cutesocks, they're investing a lot of ults into pushes, while you've got Dream Team here, they're spreading out their ults. So look at, if they've got 5 ults at the moment, they're most likely going to be able to defend the push. So what they need to get done is they need to be able to take out the Mercy and Showman instantly. And that's exactly what just happened.
Double 5 strike, there we go, that's it. That push is over.
They need to go. They could have potentially.
They should be able to push on these guys and get these kills.
Exactly, and stagger them even longer.
But they're not. They're gonna let them reset. They're just gonna let them reset. So that's what we should have said. We should have seen maybe the Reinhardt or Winston quickly pop down, knowing that they're sitting up over this area, and just put a lot of pressure on them. Get the kills. You got spawn side. You got to remember that. We are down to the last 30 seconds. For Cutesocks attack. And it's a huge fight up on the top panel.
They are leaving Chun-Li free reign over on the other side. Oh, and there goes attack riders, take Chun-Li out. Only gets the 1 kill.
So Cutesocks has got 2 up at the moment. But they still don't have a tick. They should successfully get a tick now with both Lon and Mr. Vinny falling down. And Brief Free. Just we've only got Chun-Li for the store. Oh, with that 30-second res. Shadow gets 1. It gets 2, sorry. It gets 2 the Lucio.
Dream Team still has a few ults if they can get on point and stall out.
I would have held that beat just a little bit longer. Oh, Otten takes out Mr. Popo. Chun-Li taking out the Lucio and that res. Brief Free is definitely putting a lot of pressure at the moment on that Genji over there.
Looks like Dream Team should have this push in overtime. With the Valkyrie ult going off, they should be able to capitalize. Yep.
So we don't see the full completion of point B, but 92.1% progress. It's not a bad attempt, but I feel like they should have pulled out in some of these engagements just a little bit earlier. What do you reckon?
I feel like they weren't committed in their pushes. They weren't going in at the same time like you see in some of the higher teams. So when you've got the pick, you need to push straight in. You can't have any hesitation, basically, otherwise you let the enemy take that Mercy res. Even if they get the Mercy res, that's 30 seconds they can't res another person. If you can get another pick in that short period of time, or even repick the same person because they could be out of position, then that's a free push for you, straight away. And then you've got to think about also with your ult economy. You need to be able to combo your ults efficiently. So what I saw, I believe was Cutesocks doing, they were just throwing out their ults like multiple times within this short time period, which is really not good unless you need that last final push for the 99%, but they didn't have the ults at the very end.
Yes, if they had just, like even with that single Lucio B, if he held it on stat just like maybe 2 to 5 more seconds longer, give his team a little bit more health at the end when everyone came back onto the point, could have changed the outcome of that fight, but because he used that a little bit earlier, worn out by the time 2 more people dropped on from the Dream Team onto point B, it kind of cost a little bit of the fight. But these are all little things that we learn to improve as we go on. But right now in defense, we have Hazard playing Orisa and Cookie on the Bastion and the Tourbillon. Oh, we're going.
And we're going So it looks like they want to go for... And Orissa's chucking her shields in weird places. But honestly, this looks like something that Dream Team should be able to overcome. They've got the Reinhardt to fire strike through the shield, and then Junkrat will break through the shield quite simply. And then they've got everything to counter Bastion except for a Genji. So their team is almost built towards to counter the Bastion Torb.
I think the only one left on the Dream Team to worry about is the Spree Free on the Windsor, just avoid the Bastion and should be good. This is actually a nice strat. They're pulling all the way around. They recognise they've got the Bastion Torb entering the backside of the point, so they have to reset. Saying which cookie gets Spree Free.
And Otto's not letting Torb set up again, going for the flank. Takes out the Mercy.
Mercy with the res as well, so that's 30
Gets
seconds.
out of the whole cook, almost takes down the Zenyatta. Still bullying the poor Torb in the background, making sure he can't set up, giving his team that advantage. And you've just got Chun-Li just spraying the point with his bombs, not letting them take control. Odin does go down.
With his higher tier teams, you also see the Sombra might even come out just to throw that quick EMP to shut half this team down. Oh, but we're just doing it with pure just spray damage. So we got Chun-Li taking out Hazard. Oh, and that's it. That should be point 8 cap with a beautiful barrage.
What Cutesocks need to be done right now is they need to get Zarya and D.Va to counter all this splash explosive damage.
Yeah, Zarya, D.Va.
And then they need probably some sort of hit scan would be great to take out Odin because he's not getting contested much at all. He got hog-tooked before, but he still got out of that. The Zenyatta can take him out, but they're just trying to set back up top right. But his team just rushes straight onto point. Now they've got the advantage.
So Cookie might ult here, and Cookie is going to ult, and they straight away briefly puts pressure on him. Chun-Li with the double there, and the shatter comes out, no follow through because we've got that Transcendence coming out. We have the Riptide coming out, Riptide's coming through, and doesn't look like it finds. Oh, it finds the hog, and Molten Core comes out with the Orisa ult. I think this push might be a little bit over for Dream Team. But they're just forcing them off the point. Like, no one's actually on the point.
I believe they should be able to keep going this out. No one's contesting Odin at all. He's just spraying free damage.
Odin putting in a lot of splash damage and work through there. With the barrage. They've got Barrier and Barrier on Dream Team and Valkyrie. Oh, Odin takes out that Valkyrie option straight away. And we've got the stall in the May.
Reinhardt gets the charge and Odin.
That was a nice game. It was very well played.
First game to Dream Team. I think Cutesocks should have changed straight away after that second point. Plus both teams do not seem to like to run hit scan very much, which seems to be a problem. Hit scan does take a lot more mechanical skill because you've got to be able to hit your targets accurately. Projectile, don't get me wrong, projectile still takes skill, but when you've got a moving target and you've got to be exactly on their hitbox, it's a different from predicting of where someone's going to be going. It's a different type of skill, and they didn't change their composition to counter their enemy's composition.
So we're going to move into map 2 now. Or not, we're not going.
I think someone messed up.
Who is the leader of this flipjack? We're not playing Hanamura again, we're just waiting for Flipjack to put us back in the main lobby to select our next map.
And it looks like some of the team are just having a little laugh here.
He went to go pee, it must have been a very urgent bathroom break.
Well, you know, when you gotta go. Could also be tactical to break up the tempo.
The tilt? Yeah, break up the tilt. Maybe that's might be slowly forming in the Cutesocks' mind. And a bit of in-house banter going on down in the chat there from Showman.
What's Overwatch without some banter?
Exactly, calling them all bots. So hopefully the Cutesocks can maintain and grab a hold of their ult management and team compositions a little bit more correctly into this next match, and hopefully we have a bit more of a fight from the Cutesocks coming through to challenge the Dream Team here. Remember, this is for 3rd and 4th spot, so you really want to win your next few matches to secure that 3rd and bronze trophy at the end of this tournament.
What Cutesocks need to do at this moment, I'm not sure which one of them is their main DPS, but they really need a hit scan to be checking that Odin on his Pharah. If not, even Diva will do, because being able to block any of Pharah's 6 shots before she has to reload is pretty huge, or even stopping her ult. A little trick that a lot of Divas will even do, even if their defense matrix is out, if they fly straight into her face, she'll kill herself with her own ult from the splash damage.
It's a very good comment, and we haven't seen many of the Divas fly up and contest some of these Pharaohs we're going to see. No doubt we should see it also in our grand final match, with Denzel probably playing the projectile later on in our YOLO team. But yeah, you're right, we definitely need to see some hit scan from Cutesocks, and hopefully this whole management, they can form together and move together as a team and really execute and capitalize on these picks that they get early on. So it looks like our next match might be going to Hollywood, if I'm not mistaken. It is going to Hollywood.
Hollywood,
really...
you see a lot of Pharahs for the first point on offense to be able to spray down the cafe, because you can quite simply just go over the top of the security room and then just spray down for free damage if you're not checked.
Yeah, so we should see, even in the second point in the West, Wild Wild West section as well, we should see Pharah reign supreme in there as well from both Dream Team and Cutesocks, maybe potentially.
And it looks like Cutesocks are going to be starting with the soldiers starting out, which would be great, especially if Odin's going to change off Hanzo and back to go to Pharah. Not sure about the double sniper. Although it could very well work, because Widow and Hanzo, they're both very pick heavy characters.
Exactly, you get that one pick quickly, Mercy wastes her res, and then bam, get another one, and then you've wasted the Mercy res. You've got an extra pick, and you've got ult charge, so it could work very well. Remember, anything can happen in this spawn room. Anything can happen, because we will see the Cutesocks defending first. So we've got Cookie on the Genji, Hazard on the Winston, Showman on the Soldier, Inner Pizza the Captain is taking the Mercy role. Kaminsky is going onto the Lucio, and Mr. Popo is taking the Diva.
What I just want to point out is Dream Team at the moment, they're not running double healers. They're running solo heal with triple tank and double DPS, which is not very often seen.
Now we have Flipjack going back onto that Mercy.
There we go at the last second.
Got
to prove me wrong.
So we're just going to early poke damage, but we've got to see here is just a nice early engagement from the Dream Team into the cafe, gets dislodged the soldier from the cafe, put pressure on straight away, and then collapse into the point.
Feels like Cutesocks is standing on this game, taking too much chip damage here. They've got a pretty pick heavy comp here, so they should be able to dive straight in. And
there's that res, 30-second res, and Mercy is quite low. Mercy's taken out there. Odin is putting a lot of pressure here, but that is over for the Dream Team as they are falling back. Successful hold number 1 from Cutesocks. And they've got 4 ults up. They've got both DPS ults here with the Genji Blade and the Tactical Visor. While on the side of Dream Team, we've only got the Dragon. Oh, and the beat should be coming up online. Yep, so we've got Drop the Beat as well.
See, you had Dream Team there. They were just taking a lot of free chip damage that Cutesocks just building up their ultimates. And not only that, they were low enough that they could get that pick and capitalize and push for the kills.
I think we should see the Genji Blade come out first here. So we might get Cookie go over the top, blade them. Oh yeah, and the blade's coming out straight onto the Mercy. Oh, and the sound barrier protects his team out straight away. And
Does not get the Mercy.
Cookie gets not anything. Oh, he gets the Mercy. Oh, Chun-Li with the triple tire there. That is huge. But the tanks are fighting back. The tanks are taking a lot of space there for him. Showman's back. He's got his tactical visor. So once Vinny might be out of mech, he might pop it, but he should hold it here because he has successfully defended point A.
And Odin switched straight out to the Pharah. Seems like they're having a bit of trouble. They're going to rely on the Odin to get the picks again.
Yeah, even though Chun-Li did pull out that triple tire, he just wasn't doing it to warrant the staying. So yeah, that Pharah Pumsy putting damage into Cafe. So hopefully Showman can pull out attack visor, quickly get the Mercy out first, make that your first target, and we should be good. But first we're going to have to see the demeching of Mr. Vinny Lou. So it looks like Showman's gone around the back to pop attack visor. Will he pop it? Yeah, he's popping attack visor straight away with Mercy. By the farmer, so Pharah's out, and this should be another hold by Cutesocks. Showman pulling it out where he needs, and Free is going to be staggered. It was a good engagement, good defense, taken early. So now we've got no ults on the attacking side. We do have Barrage coming in close and the Riptire at 70%. But Cookie must have used his ult in that last push, didn't even see it. Because he's back at 25% ult charge. Builds those blades up really quick. Just needs to find a way to execute them a little bit more noticeable. Ooh, with Cookie taking out the Mercy straight away.
So Xiaomin went for the flank.
Yeah, Lon's in a lot of danger here. Lon's one, and then they're all in Cafe. Showman is really doing his work here, helping out. The tanks are just getting in there for him and creating that space for the DPS to put in that damage. Barrage takes out the Mercy, however Showman takes out Odin and Cookie. We're close to a Genji Blade at 90%. He's got the Genji Blade, he might pull it out, he pulls it out. Oh, bad blade again. I think Cookie might not be his day on Genji, he might want to think about...
We do have Inner Pizza coming back close to the Mercy res if she's able to get on point.
Yeah, they exactly should jump on. You've got Tactical Visor, but no, they're just going to set up in the streets. But Tactical Visor is ready, but also on the side of the Dream Team, we have the Riptire ready to go. Maybe get that Riptire out, throw it onto the Mercy or the Soldier, and stop this push straight away so you get a little bit more cart time and hope for a more successful hold on point A when it's your turn around. Maybe they're not trying to create space, they're just pushing the cart and waiting for the engagement to come to them. What do you think about this tactic here? Oh, Showman's popping his ult off. And he finds two. And the pressure on D.Va. Oh, nice tactical visor from Showman. They're getting a 3k.
Right there, you had Dream Team not collapsing enough. I'm getting mixed up, aren't I?
Yeah. So we have Dream Team attacking right now and Cutesocks defending.
We had Cutesocks not being able to capitalize on the high ground advantage where they had there. They only had the Pharah Mercy up top, so they should have been able to they need to either dive completely onto her or onto their team. Now, even if Pharah is raining from above, you've still got the advantage of the high ground.
Now let's just talk about Inner Pizza here for a second. She just popped. Oh, Genji pulling out that fat blade. I apologize for misjudging you, Cookie, earlier, but you just saved your team a whole good push there. Well done, man. But yeah, Flipjack pulls out Valkyrie early on. Didn't need the res value, but rather went for the damage boosting for the whole team to end that push. I reckon she could have held it maybe for the next push or when a teammate died early on in the engagement, but nonetheless it worked. However, Dream Team, with the barrage taking out Hazard straight away, and Showman taking out Chun-Li, Flipjack revives Chun-Li, who has his Riptire. Riptire's coming out. And it gets Showman with free, putting pressure on the Lucio. This fight's all taking place over the car in the middle of the west phase. And it is overtime, so if they leave this car for too long, it will end their push. So Dream Team can come back from this. What they're going to do is just step back for a few seconds, give them some meterage, and then jump on the last second, which Brief Free has done.
Well, we do have Hazard here still with his Primal Rage to push him off the cart.
Yeah, Hazard should pop his ult. Oh, he goes down with his ult. I think Winston should never go down with his ult. Oh, both D.Va bombs getting a kill. Flipjack making use of Valkyrie there. And Otten, 2k with the DMAC. This should see us through to the final stage of Hollywood. The worst thing you can do in this stage here if you're a late spawn is get delayed and split spawn from your team, because that can really collapse this whole section here. But Cutesocks just regroup, take the early engagement around this corner.
Odin's trying for the sneaky flank and gets Showman.
Showman, yeah, nice on. So now we have both Junkrat, Mercy and Pharah over the bridge. So Cutesocks are not really engaging on the Dream Team for the last possible second. He's giving him almost the whole third point. Has a pop and ult on the top, trying to dislodge Junkrat from that top section there. We have another Riptire on the side of Chun-Li who is ripping it out. Straight onto cart, finds no one, but there's a lot of explosive damage there. Otten getting Showman again and the DMAC on Mr. Popo. Otten is really reigning supreme over the top of this team here. Cutesocks need to find a way to shut this Baron down with the town. Barriers coming from both sides. Cookie getting the kill on the Lucio, both Lucios going down. Showman taking out Ottoman with the visor, and Chun-Li just lobs Mr. Popo taking out Lucio. Oh, Vinny Lu getting a 2k. Chun-Li throwing the mine. And this should be all 3 checkpoints, even in overtime, for the Dream Team. So it was a bit, I reckon the Cutesocks could have engaged early on that third point, but we need to see early engagements from Cutesocks here early on, just to make sure they maintain some form of control in this matchup. So what are you expecting to see from the Dream Team now in the defense?
Well, without a doubt, before on pick the Pharah, I was expecting to see the Pharah. They seem to be relying heavily onto the Pharah, so if I was Cutesocks here, I would probably try and I'd use everything I can to counter her, because they rely heavily on her and Junkrat. So if you get Zarya Diva, you'll be able to counter both of them at the same time. Chucking a soldier there. You got a Mercy for the damage boost and the res. You can probably even throw a Zen in there for the added damage, or you could even go for the Ana. Not very much seen, but even having been able to sleep flying Pharah, that gives you pretty much peace of mind for that 6 seconds.
Yeah, that sleep is important, and it's actually very fun to pull off in a game where you hit that shift and you sleep a Pharah out of the sky, knowing for 5 seconds you don't have to worry about that Pharah and can even potentially get a free kill out of it.
Well, especially you have, knowing the Dream Team, I've watched them a couple of times now. You see Chun-Li and On, they both prefer playing the projectile heroes. So if I was Cutesocks, I would try and invest on someone to learn Zarya at the very least, because Junkrat can't control his shots when they rebound. So if I was them, I would choose to get Zarya here. Even if one's not that proficient, you're going to be able to get that high damage and be able to shield your teammates heavily.
Well, we've got a Zen now. Zen Mercy support, followed by the Tracer Soldier combo with the Winston Diva tank. Now Dream Team are just holding up the top here. Just putting in that splash damage because we do have that Otten who is successfully taken out the soldier there. And the Junkrat just putting damage to the choke. So yeah, we need to see some form of dive straight onto this Rhine team. All 6 of them get up there and put damage and pressure. Chun-Li has already got his Riptire up and ready to go with Otten 10% behind his barrage. So a very, very ult economy coming straight from the Dream Team straight away. So which one do you use first, do you reckon? Antibuzz, do we reckon we see the Pharmacy Barrage or the Riptide?
Probably the Riptide.
Riptide comes out straight away and takes out Hazza. And that res on Otten again. Showman takes out Free and Kamaski brings up Hazza, so this could be the start of the collapse of point A.
We'll probably see the Pharah barrage very shortly since they're grouping heavily into the house.
Yep, so the barrage just comes over the tops. Lond is taken out with that pulse bomb.
And there it is, straight onto the Mercy.
Straight onto Mercy. Cookie, getting that Riptide, gets 2 with that. Gets the 3k. Flipjack rezzing with the Valkyrie. But Cookie just taking control here. Chun-Li taking out the Tracer. Only a Diva is left on point, so this Diva should probably retreat, should have held that ult.
Mercy does come back in with her ult, gets the double res.
Double res, Vinny Lou, oh! Has a pop Primal Rage. And Chun-Li taking out Showman once again. And running a Tracer into a Junkrat is a scary thing. Just that random splash damage and those traps everywhere. It can be quite difficult to overcome the Junkrat. Has it taken out Chun-Li again? Flipjack decides not to heal for a second, take out Inner Pizza, and then Otten takes out Kunsky. So right now this is very in favour of the Cutesocks, who should overtake this point from now on. We could see potentially Mr. Vinny you coming in for a shatter. But I think they will fall for this point now and move to defensive positions for point B. Moving into the Wild West phase.
See, you have Dream Team holding up high ground here. See, with both Pharah and Junkrat, they're able to just rain down free splash damage. So what Cutesocks needs to do is come up here and contest, which looks like they are.
Showman just uncontested on the Tracer, takes out Otten.
And there's the res.
There's the res, and then Otten just
gets revenged.
Goodbye. Nice now on your Showman. Mr. Popo taking that Chung Lee, so the Deep Breeze putting work and pressure onto that Junkrat. And we see now the Dream Team collapsing onto Cutesocks. Oh, Mr. Popo gets a 2k.
And it looks like both of Dream Team's tanks were out of place, or they pushed too far, and you had the Mr. Popo be able to take both of them out in the back line.
Positioning is important, and we need, if you don't, not in the right position, you will get punished. So tanks, you need to be at that front there, commanding that front line and helping your team create that space. Now Mr. Antibus here is a formidable Reinhardt play.
Shameless pug.
And we might see this early engagement. Oh, we've got Transcendence. And Mr. Vinny still has his Shadow, so he should be able to put out a Shadow to stop this push. Chun-Li gets a 2k on Inner Pizza and Cookie. Bakunski pops Valkyrie and Reds both back up into play. And Mr. Vinny should go down here, yes. And we should see a Res come through to him. Yeah, we do. He does have the Shadow. He's had his Shadow for a while now. But I think he will hold it now because it seems like you've asserted control back onto this point.
And they are able to hold at the second last checkpoint.
With 4 meters to spare. That was a good engagement. They held back for a second and then they all dove in at that point to put that contention in.
One key thing that I see a lot of the lower teams do at the moment is they trickle in. So sometimes you have to give up part of the push or part of the percentage on the control point and go in as a team. You have to sacrifice that little bit to be able to go in as a full force and be able to do something.
That's exactly right. So Cutesocks did definitely win the battle early on, but they have lost that war into getting that second tick because Dream Team regrouped, came out and executed perfectly on that defense. Now we have no support odds for this Shadow that should come out soon if they all engage. Pop and tack visor, getting Hazard out. And Chung-Li with yet another tire, taking out Popo.
And Mr. Vinny Lou should be able to clean this up with the Shatter at the end. Any stragglers?
And
Unfortunately does not hit the Tracer, which is what you primarily want in these last second situations.
take out the one who can give you the most contention. The Showman's just bouncing up around and Chung-Li finally takes it. See the sound barrier coming through to give that final point. Mercy go down as soon as she res Showman and off the point they go. So Dream Team wins.
Was it only a
well.
best of 3 or?
I'm not too sure at this.
Okay, it looks like it was best of
matches.
3. They're saying
best
congrats.
of 3, yeah.
So it looks like Dream Team takes the 3rd place and Cutesocks is 4th.
Take 4th. One thing I do want to talk about here is at the end is Mr. Vinny Lou. He had his shadow for a little bit too long.
Well, it's not.
From point A, he held it for about 3 minutes there. So maybe he needs to think about his positioning and ult consideration.
It's not only that. As I play a Reinhardt a lot myself, so with Reinhardt you can't always get those perfect shatters. You cannot always get the 6-man dream shatters. Every Reinhardt wants them. You're not always going to be able to get them. Sometimes if you can take out an enemy who's ulting, it's worth. If you can take out an enemy healer, it's definitely worth, especially if it's Mercy. But if in their case, if he could take out probably Showman, which I believe was the big player on the Cutesocks team, if he could take him out with that, it would be worth. But at the end there, the only thing that he could have done better was probably move forward a bit more to be able to hit that Tracer with the Shatter and get the secure a little bit quicker on the final push.
Yeah, there you go. Wise words from Anti-Bus, the legendary Reinhardt. Now, with that match, we have congratulations to Dream Team who take up bronze here in this first season of AAOL series with Cutesocks hitting that 4th spot. But it looks like we are playing a 3rd match, just playing the normal map rotations that we've been playing all season, you've seen all season, just to get your Overwatch fix before we move on to our grand final between YOLO and Bjorn to win. Now, funny enough, Bjorn to win has been undefeated all series and have only lost to YOLO in that one game. And Bjorn to win have got to deal with that, but more on that later on. Right now, we're sending into match 3 on Ilios, our control point map, and it looks like we are playing. I always forget the name of the Ilios maps. We know it's not Well, we know it's not Ruins, it is Lighthouse.
That's it. And I was looking directly at the lighthouse as well.
Same here, we're looking at this lighthouse and you're like, why do we not remember it?
So it looks like Showman might be running the Widow, which could work very well against the Pharah to be able to get the pick, or even on the Mercy that would fly with her. A lot of times you'll see Lucio run on this just for the be able to speed in, speed out, and the AoE healing.
Not only that, it's Boop Central here. It
is.
CD in Ilios right now. Whoever designed this lighthouse should have thought, what about these Lucio mains? Boop Boop City.
You also see a fair few Junkrats and Oristas on this map, because you're able to capitalize on the point, because if you fall off you're dead, unless you can fly.
It looks like, I don't know if this is a troll pick, is Mr. Popo pulling out a Symmetra? I mean, no.
He was just trolling you.
Just trolling the commentators as always. Although, I have seen Symmetras work in here before the first one in, set it up. Looks like they're just going to straight fight for contention of that point.
And it looks like Cutesocks are finally running my Zarya Diva. They've obviously heard my plea.
It's not Cutesocks, yeah, we've got the Zarya Diva, and also coming from the Dream Team as well, that Zarya and Diva combination. The only thing here is Dream Team is not running that Mercy. They are running the Ana instead for the heals, and straight away, Cookie reses in a pizza, and it's just at the moment a mad skirmish for fire control. And Lon, oh, that anti kills up to Chun-Li with that boop on inner pizza, and this will be Dream Team's first point cap.
And you have Chun-Li on Lucio, already has this sound barrier already for the next push, and you have a fair few others in the Dream Team close to getting their ults.
These defensive ults, to build them up so quick is such an important thing, because you can stop pushes or you can retake points as quick. So we've also got the nano boost, which we should probably see either on the Genji Blade, the Pharah, or even if our Zarya is high charge. Nano boost to high charge Zarya, the most DPS in the game at the current patch. So we have Genji Blade from Hazard, and he finds no one with Mr. Popo taking out Chun-Li Showman, booping off Finley and Otten, picking up the 2k.
They can still hold on to this point if they use a Dragon Blade or a Nano Blade even. And here comes the Dragon Blade.
And a Nano, it's the Nano Blade. Flipjack picking up the D-Mech, the Diva, and the Lucio. Yeah, I think this is Dream Team's hold, and Cutesocks need to quickly get back, reevaluate, and come back for a third attempt.
Well, you have Cutesocks here with the ult advantage. If they can beat in, they should be able to just brute force their way in.
Exactly, because a Primal Rage, a good Primal Rage could put 3-4 members off the whole map with a single ult. But that pressure has to come from
and
the
you have Dream Team's Diva about to get back in the mech. They've lost the little opportunity to take it in.
So Showman looking for the boops around there. Oh, there he is, the grab from the Dream Team, and it's a fat anti as well in there, and this will signify the push.
Looks like the first map will go to Dream Team. First point.
That was very good grab there. Good anti by Lon, and that sound barrier on the team just to close this point up and get rid of the annoying supports of the Valkyrie, Mercy, and the Lucio. Hazard gets res. Oh, or maybe this might not be it. Hazard pull up a 6k here. He gets Flipjack. doesn't get the 6-man, but it looks like we are putting more people in this point by Cutesocks.
Hasn't managed to jump straight back on before the overtime ticked over.
Yeah, I think Cutesocks might retake this. I think Cutesocks might actually take this point. They definitely played it well enough. We all thought it was over, and there you go.
See,
Apologize.
that
Dream Team,
is
cast a curse.
that is the
Comment
power
curse.
of the Mercy. Even though she is not considered strong on King of the Hill, being able to get that double res and then that third res 10 seconds after that, it is huge for these fights when you think that you've won the point.
Yeah, but let's take a look on Dream Team right now. We have the Nano Blade coming into this push. There we go, the Genji, but not the Nano. Oh, there it is.
A little bit late on the Nano.
Yeah, suppose Genji's dash upwards as we saw Flipjack do, so we could have that Nano up onto him for his dash down. Chun-Li booping up in a pizza. And Mr. Popo is all sorts of getting demacked on putting in that damage.
And it looks like a retake might be happening here by Dream Team.
Yeah, we have a beat as well that we can utilize. Save it for the Genji blade. Genji pops his blade. Gets Chun-Li, Showman gets Otten.
Oh, the Cutesocks might be able to hold this. Cutesocks manages to hold it. Mercy's getting close back to her Valkyrie, so that's going to be a huge part. And Diva's off the edge.
Yep.
And that's a
And
huge
Divas.
stagger as well.
That's a huge stagger. We're coming to 70%, so there's probably one and a half more team fights left in this map on Lighthouse.
And Mr. Popo gets the kill on Odin. That is huge.
That's
So they're
huge.
not going to be able to come back and push till about 87%.
But we do have a grab up. We do have a grab. We are at 15% from a Genji blade, so maybe the grab, dash through, maybe a few shurikens into it, and you have your blade ready to follow up on it. The only thing is we do have Valkyrie up from Cookie.
Oh, they need to stay on point, or are they going to flip the point?
Might see the C9. Oh,
They take out the Mercy straight away.
that's good. That was a good pick. She has Valkyrie at the ready. There you go. There's the grab, and the dashes through by Mr. Flipjack and Mr. Vinny U.
And you have Cookie flying back, trying to get in.
Flip.
Oh, Cookie's coming back with the res.
Mr.
And not
Flipjack.
able to get the res.
And Flipjack is just going to have spawn camping. Has up, but misses everything. There we go. We have the beat coming out from Cutesocks there. They're trying to get back in there, so we do have the bomb who can maybe, for Mr. Popo to separate everyone off the point, quickly retake.
Mr. Popo with the double.
Has a triple. Oh baby, this is it. These ults are coming from Cutesocks left, right, and center, and they're working very well. Cookie resin in a pizza, and we get
And
to see the flip.
Cutesock gets the flip. That was a long attrition right there, but that just shows you the power that Mercy has at the moment with being able to res continually. Not just
100%.
anymore with having the single big res. Having that trickle res is so huge for the drawn out fights.
I understand. I definitely think Cookie MVP of that map area, just by that pure hero selection of Mercy, putting your team 7 plays to 6 plays against Dream Team.
And you can see now Dream Team have actually acknowledged the power that they need the Mercy to counter the Mercy.
But they're also picking up that pharmacy now with Otten. We've seen what Otten can do on that Pharah. Absolutely punish him. So we're moving on to Ilios Wells here for the second point. Now, it isn't in the new current patch yet with the AAOL. So it is the original best of first to 3 in King of the Hill. So maybe you can wonder why, if we get Cutesocks to win here, why we're going on to Ruins. We play first to 3. Cookie instantly res in a pizza. Otten takes out Cookie straight away. Otten is just so much damage out uncontested. And if we have a look over at Cutesocks, they have nothing for it.
You just can't leave Pharah uncontested. She'll just free reign onto your team. You
But
have to have...
in saying that, they lost that fight. We had Cutesocks take that first point. Some teams just ignore the Diva entirely, the Pharah entirely, and just win the ground fight, knowing that Pharah cannot cap the point by herself.
And that's a completely viable strategy, especially if you don't have anyone that's that prominent onto hit scan. That definitely works.
But Odded, Showman, get rid of Showman. Chun-Li gets a Hazard. Chun-Li gets Cookie as well. So now it's a mad scramble to get this point. Free takes out Inner Pizza. Vinny takes out Popo. And this should be the flip, and it is the flip. So that initial boop off Pharah is so powerful, especially when it's on your Lucio. Takes out those heals.
Not only that, on well, you're denying, if that Lucio goes down, you're denying that team's boops into the well as well. So that's potential more kills.
Exactly. We don't really think about it when you're playing this map. I'm surprised we didn't see a Roadhog on Orisa at this point. Oh, Hazard takes out Chun-Li. Mr. Popo takes out that Flipjack. That Genji Blade proving to come up really quickly. And we're just putting in constant damage there. We have the Winston putting out damage onto Cookie.
And it looks like Cutesocks gets the flip again.
Yeah, Cutesocks has just been practicing their King of the Hill map strategies in the leading up to this. It's a shame we didn't see that earlier, that team cohesion earlier on today with the other two maps, but they definitely look like they've practiced. Chun-Li take out Kunsky, and then we have the res. So 30 seconds of this should be a time Dream Team should capitalize on and get. So there we go. Vinny takes out Hazard. We've got Riptide available for us, and we have the Winston ult, which can also take people out of the map into that well, that bottomless well. Who knows what's down the bottom of there.
You have Cutesocks still holding the point, so the whole time while they're stalling the point, they're still getting the advantage here. Even with less ults, you have Dream Team here with 3 ults. They need to start using some of them to take control of the point.
And Vinny goes down with Primal Rage. On putting out that damage onto Popo, who is trapped in that mine. Peter using that Primal Rage. Peter's focusing on putting that damage onto the Mercy, trying to get that Mercy out of play, and Vinny is also taking out Popo. Otten takes out Showman, and Tracer, don't know what you're doing, man. That pulse bomb into yourself. It always happens. It happens to me whenever I play a DPS hero. Somehow die to it.
And that's why we play support and tanks.
Exactly.
We can't kill ourselves with our own ult.
Man, I have Diva bombed myself into the well before.
We've all done it.
We've all done it. We haven't seen it here today, but we've all done it.
So Cutesocks here just needs to win one more fight, and then they win. We've already got the pick on to Chun-Li, and then there's a Pharah war going on in Sky.
Genji Blade Hazard takes out Lon, and the Flipjack. Lon takes out Inner Pizza.
And it looks like Cutesocks might begin the flip here and taking the second point.
Yeah, their control point play is so more viable, so strong against this Dream Team. They seem to found a way to distract the Pharah.
Honestly, to me, it seems like night and day. Their payload escort compared to the King of the Hill.
Oh, 100%. They found a way to deal. They've learnt about Otten and that power he's bringing to the Dream Team. And they're just finding ways to distract him enough so they can win the ground battle, cap the point, and take the fight. Tracer just putting in a lot of damage. Just distracting damage. Free D-mech soon as he gets in mech. That's always annoying as a Tracer, that short-lived mechs. want to see that build. Muskie takes out on. Oh, sorry.
And the second
That's it.
point.
That's it. Cutesocks pulling it out.
Yes, it does look like they did have a bit of a switch up in roles, because you had Showman previously onto your hit scan, and now he's Lucio.
Inner Pizza taking a DPS role. And I have had Inner Pizza sub in higher tier games as a DPS and performed pretty well, being able to keep up with some of the higher tier teams. So maybe bringing that experience and that knowledge from those previous scrims have come into play here. We now move on to Ruins.
And it looks like Dream Team is running Orisa on Free, which is very surprising for this map.
On has switched off the Pharah, surprisingly, on to the 76. Looks like they're trying to have complete control of the point above the point, but hopefully he can deal with the Pharah in the sky, because Pharah should not be on the ground. Kaminsky takes out Flipjack straight away. Chun-Li.
Showman just got a huge boop onto Odin, getting him off the point, off the edge. And it looks like they're just regrouping for their numbers at the moment.
On takes out Showman. Inner Pizza takes out Chun-Li. Oh, that Mercy res proving. Oh, both reses coming out from both sides now. Sound Barrier protect themselves from that Hazard Genji Blade. He nearly takes out that Riptide, which could have been devastating.
And Free on the Orisa finally goes down after the Mercy just sitting in her pocket.
I think we might be able to see a flip here from Inner Pizza, taking out Free. On takes out Inner Pizza. Oh, no, that Tac Visor shuts that down for him.
Secures the final push there.
Yeah, absolutely. Saved that whole push, saved the flip.
And Odin is hunting this Genji. It's ruthless. And he's able to get away.
He escapes! So coming up now, we have a Valkyrie from both sides, but we have Showman with his sound barrier straight away, so maybe engage with it, which they do, they engage on it. Junkrat's getting caught from behind by Mr. Popo. Chun-Li solo.
Takes out the Lucio instantly.
Yeah, before he even gets his ult.
Hey look, this is Cutesocks push. Oh!
No.
Flipjack able to get the double res off.
Rooting for Cutesocks here, man. They've got to get at least one map win. One map win.
Don't do the caster's curse now.
No, we can't do that. That res on Chun-Li. Chun-Li still has his Riptide. He might want to throw himself in the spot.
Looks like Cutesocks gets the flip, but
Gets
Dream
it.
Team has 4 ults up and they just need to win one push.
I reckon we'll see the Grav.
The Grav
Tire.
Riptide is probably most likely, and then any stragglers can be brought into the Graviton with the little mini suck that Orisa has. That's it. I forgot it. What it's called.
It has a few different names. I think it's called Holt in the thing.
And Flipjack's taken out straight away. That is huge for Cutesocks.
Oh. Chun-Li doesn't hold that Riptire for that grab. So that's what I've done. I would have definitely saved that Riptire for that grab.
But you do build up the Riptire very quickly as Junkrat. I think it's one of the most fast charging ults in the game. One of them anyway.
One of them, yeah, exactly. So what we could do, we could probably see with that grab, just Chun-Li throws both his concussions in there with a few spam, and there we go. We might have team wipe with that. But Mr. Vinny Lou's had his ult for a while now. The worst thing that can happen to him is if Mr. Popo eats it. That's one thing we don't want to see.
Or if Haz is able to get the deflect with it. That would be even worse.
Great. Oh, that would be. Genji Blade comes out, takes that flip jack. Oh, Lon and
Cutesocks have got the defend on this push easily.
Easily. That's it. Hazard just saved that push with him. And Vinny's still holding on to this grab.
And now we have Cutesocks with the flip of ult economy here, having the ult advantage. What Mr. Popo might be doing is sending out his ult early to back them off. Yep.
Yep.
Hopefully get a pick. Unfortunately, no.
Hazard gets flip jack. Otten gets Showman. There's the grab. It gets 4. Is there a follow through?
The beat able there to stop anything.
That was a good beat from Showman. It really holds his point out for him. At this moment in time, Showman takes out Chung-Li. This Valkyrie damage boost Mercy is so insanely good. Be able to
and it looks like Cutesocks might be able to hold this and take the point. They do.
That's it, Cutesocks.
Cutesocks able to take the third and final map. It was honestly night and day seeing the escort maps compared to that final King of the Hill.
Absolutely.
After that little bit of a change up on the roles. And what really brought it for this first one was the cookie on the Mercy, being able to get that double res, being able to stall that out, and then they got the attrition war started. They got the second set, but the interesting is the second time they came for the flip back, they actually didn't get the res. She got taken out, but you had the Diva put her bomb perfectly through the hole in the top of the lighthouse and able to get a double kill up with her, I believe it was.
Yeah, Cutesocks just really pulled it out of nowhere there and been able to end the series at 2-1. Now I don't know if we're doing any more.
I believe we're about to start the grand finals actually.
Yeah, the grand finals are coming up. So we definitely have in 4th spot Cutesocks.
And third place goes to Dream Team.
Yeah. Watch such a wonderful series from both these teams, and hopefully they learn a lot going into season 2, where they have, from what we've heard, a very, very tough competition ahead of them.
Now I do believe we actually should be getting a shoutcaster in for the grand finals. As much as you all love hearing our voice and our awesome play-by-plays. If anyone's even still in here.
So are we going to end the stream here and then restart it back up for the grand?
Yes, I believe we will. I'll just stop the stream here and we'll start back up and post in general chat back when the stream is live again.
Good luck and well done to Dream Team for securing bronze.